This keyboard is the best keyboard you can buy for the price of $50. It looks great, feels great, sounds great. There's almost nothing you can improve in this keyboard, and it's this cheap.
6'7", I just been.
So you should just buy it right now. This is what people said a year ago when it was released. But it's the big 25 that TikTokers say. Did anything even change, or did the whole keyboard market revolutionize like it did in 2024 and make this keyboard irrelevant? Hi, and today I will be finding out whether or not this keyboard, the Aula F75, is still the easy buy it was last year. So without further delay, let's get started. So yeah, well, what is this keyboard? Who's Aula? Well, Aula is a keyboard company that mainly got popular from their Aula F75, which is one of the best-selling mechanical keyboards, not just from last year, but of all time. So let's find out why, because that's crazy. Looking at the actual looks of the keyboard, there's nothing really special so far. It features the very popular volume knob we see on a lot of 75% keyboards, as well as the convenient tri-mode connectivity that's in every modern keyboard. For those that don't know what this tri-mode connectivity does, tri means it has 3 connection options: Bluetooth, wireless dongle, and wired. You'd use wired to never worry about battery life and flex your $50 coiled cables, which I don't have. Wireless dongle if you want to make your setup clean and have good gaming performance, and Bluetooth for convenience or to use on a mobile device. I don't know if this keyboard popularized it, but it basically set the standard for every keyboard to include it at this price point. For the build itself, it's plastic, right? Well, yeah, but it doesn't feel like cheap plastic, so it's actually pretty solid, but not at the level of actual aluminum keyboards. I later found out that this weight is actually from a silicone layer in the keyboard that's supposed to add fullness to the keyboard. I'm not taking apart the one I have here because this keyboard is not supposed to be modded, so I'll damage the case from opening it. Not only did it come with a silicone layer, but it also came with a lot of foam. IXP foam, pet mat, etc. This is actually one of the reasons why this keyboard got so popular, because this is the point where companies actually cared about making their budget keyboards sound good. I mean, like, we'd have to mod keyboards ourselves, or our keyboards would sound like this. With this keyboard, they don't want you to mod it because the sound is already tuned well. Oh, and well, let's actually discuss the sound of the keyboard. But before that, sound test. If you're wondering, I'm using the Leoba Reaper switches. The sound overall, I would say, is subjectively pleasant. The stabilizers are tuned well, the sound is well dampened. A lot of people would call this sound creamy, and oh boy, that spacebar still sounds I mean, it's so good. Like, how could you possibly get a more creamy keyboard for cheap? Yeah, okay, that's the one keyboard I can think of that's cheaper because it's $40 on Amazon and sounds, well, I don't want to say 100% better, but at the very least, more creamy. And now this is where I'm gonna get into the few limitations of this keyboard. This features north-facing LEDs, which tend to have interference with cherry profile keycaps and some switches, but at least in the pre-built version, the issue is non-existent. You may also want to replace these switches because, I'll be honest, the Leoba Reapers and the Greywood V4s on my Aula F87 aren't as smooth or satisfying compared to modern switches from like Bison, HMX, or switches from even newer keyboards like the Empo Maker Creamy Jades. I mean, like, the smoothness is acceptable, but the sound it produces isn't as satisfying. But this is where I kinda wanna answer the actual question in the video. I still think the Aula F75 is a great keyboard, but I don't think it's a definitive value king like everyone says. But I think you'll hear me say this a lot in my videos, but to me, keyboards aren't about specification, they're about preference, and there's something unique and distinct about how an Aula keyboard sounds. I have like 3 Aula keyboards that sound practically the same. I think we can all agree though, the Aula F75 is still very satisfying for $50, and I don't think a keyboard that's better for the same price or cheaper is going to make the Aula F75 irrelevant. because in reality, this keyboard is going to satisfy almost anyone for the price if they're buying it. And like, it's available at discounts pretty much across the world, so anyone could save up and buy this for themselves. So yes, it's a little bit overrated to me, but it's still a great buy for almost anyone. That wraps up the video. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys leave a sub to support me and comment down below what kind of videos should I make next. Peace and have a good day.